You had some experience and you're convinced that the Holy Spirit entered you. Why are you convinced that that's what happened?
I bear the fruit. That
means nothing. That means nothing.
Okay. What makes you an atheist?
To say you bear the fruit. I'm looking for what reason are you convinced that you reached out to God and God granted you with the presence of the Holy Spirit?
Well, the Holy Spirit is the bearance of the truth. He's the one that gives you the truth so that you are unable to understand the words of God, the Bible. And, when you pray to God, he does answer.
How do you know that you have the Holy Spirit and are understanding it correctly?
How do I know I have the Holy Spirit? Well, like I said, it's a promise of God.
I don't care about promises. I can promise all kinds of things. I care about proof.
Like, I don't have any scientific proof of having the Holy Spirit.
Do you have any sort of... So the point is, here, Ryan, I'm trying to point out that the line of reasoning that you used to conclude that you have the Holy Spirit is flawed. Mm-hmm. It is not a line of reasoning that can lead to the conclusion that you've made.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
If Christianity were true, would you become a Christian?
No.
And what evidence would you need and what proof would you need in order to make that decision?
So I don't know what evidence or proof I would need to demonstrate that a God exists or that Christianity is true. But if there is a God, that God knows and should be able to do it without any problem. And the fact that that God hasn't done it demonstrates that either that God doesn't exist or doesn't want me to know exist. Either way, not my problem. However, if it turns out there was a God and Christianity was true, that God would have a lot of explaining to do before I could ever be an adherent of a religion, because that God in the Bible sanctions slavery, makes women inferior to men, has all sorts of sanctions, murder, atrocities, child sacrifice, everything.
But why would that be wrong?
Why would it be wrong?
Yeah, why is murder wrong? Why is stealing wrong? Just because it hurts the victim? Hitler said killing was good. So
wait, Hitler said what? Because I think you're getting ready to embarrass yourself and look really stupid. Hitler said what?
He didn't say it. He believed. Let's say Hitler believed that murdering.
No. Let's say Hitler. Why the fuck did you bring up Hitler in the first place? Do you think it's okay to own people as slaves? Do you think it's morally permissible to own people as slaves?
Who's to say that it's wrong?
That's not an answer to my question. You're going to just sit here and dodge all day, or do you want to actually learn something?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Do you think it's morally permissible to own people as property, as slaves?
Well, we'd have to define morality objectively.
No, we don't. No, we don't. I asked you what you thought. Why is it so difficult for you to have an original thought?
Having a slave. If you take care of the slave and they live in your home and they, serve you and you feed them and clothe them and shelter them, sure. There's nothing wrong with slavery, quote unquote, as people think of it from...
Congratulations. You have just completely embarrassed yourself in the worst possible way, because you're now advocating for slavery. But at least you're consistent because you agree with the Bible, because the Bible's okay with slavery too. Is it okay to hit people that are your slaves? Is it okay to beat them?
If not, then why would it be wrong?
No, I'm asking you. Do you think it's wrong to beat the slaves that you own?
My personal opinion, that would only be subjective, right? So it doesn't matter really what I say. It matters what the word.
It matters what you say because I'm talking to you. If you could actually have an honest conversation instead of trying to avoid this, you might come out the other side understanding something and being a better person. Do you, Ryan, think that it is okay to beat the slaves that you own?
What did the slave do to get beaten is my question.
What is happening? Sorry.
Why does that matter? What would the slave need to do? What would a slave need to do for you to say that it's okay for you to beat them?
Was it wrong for Jesus to get beat and put on a cross?
You are the most dishonest caller of the fucking month, Ryan.
Holy God.
You are embarrassingly dishonest. Why won't you? You know why you won't answer the obvious questions? Because you know your beliefs aren't true and you know that the book is immoral. That's why.
Holy Hannah.
Yes, it is okay if they go against you. Yep, I believe that.
Okay. No, I'm hanging up on you then. Bye. Good. Okay. See you later. Jesus. That's my line right there. Found it. There it is. Found the line.